Congratulations to the family of Ron Santo as he is posthumously inducted into the Hall of Fame. Great defensive stats and great on-base stats, too. This week, we'll discuss the Bears and some inefficiencies on offense, like Williams. Get rid of him. Also, we'll flash you back to a great era of Bulls. Good old MJ. And another Hall of Fame third baseman. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 23rd year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. Cobblestones Restaurant and Bar, 514 West Pershing, that's Pershing and Parnell, the place to go before, during, and after Sox games. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Open Sundays when the White Sox are home, and Friday night trivia when the Sox are on the road. Want to get a haircut from a great hairstylist? Call mine, Rose Murillo, 312-726-2201. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Be safe with Sureway Insurance Company, 3312 North Milwaukee. Call my friend Jean at 773-282-2022. She has the answers on your auto, home, business, life coverage, including SR22 coverage drivers. Call Sureway Insurance.
Hi, my name is Rose, and I've been a skilled hairstylist for over 10 years. I specialize in men's haircuts and in corrective color. Come visit me at Salon 203 at 203 North LaSalle, 312-726-2201. And while you're at it, come in and get a shoe shine and a shave. It's a great place where a man can be a man.
Since 1967, El Jardín has been serving the finest Mexican food. Before, after, or during ball games, located conveniently just 3 blocks south of Wrigley Field, 3335 North Clark. Whether there's a game or not, you still get hungry, and El Jardín has great service, great food, and great drinks. I've enjoyed every meal I've had there, and you will too. So get to El Jardín for great Mexican food at 3335 North Clark Street in Chicago. You'll be glad you did. The Bears' defense was good in the fourth quarter. You started to get a feeling, though, this could be a low-scoring affair. We're scraping to find a highlight in that quarter. It was kind of a yawner. We start our coverage here from Jack's, an exciting place in Lansing, but not an exciting game so far, in my opinion. Let's talk to one of the boss men. Reintroduce yourself to everybody and explain what's happening.
I'm Jake. I'm the manager here at Jack's. It's a wonderful time here that we're experiencing today. We got the halftime buffet. We got some pulled pork and stuff later for our fans, but the game so far, unfortunately, is I'm wearing the Windy City Flyer today, but unfortunately he's disappointing me a little bit here, not getting the returns that I want him to.
He's like he's running away from the ball.
Yeah, he's backing up and all kinds of stuff. It's really a sloppy day, sloppy game. Weather's not great, so I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's been a strange first quarter. We'll see if Caleb Haney can get the rust off. In the meantime, just foreshadowing a little, I'm wearing my basketball tie. The NBA has apparently solved its dispute, so be watching for Bulls action on this program coming up. But right now, we're going to hope for better things in the second quarter. Yes, it's Devin Hester, one of the few guys that could provide a highlight for this game. Taking it from the 5, looking like he just might bust it, but anyway, midfield ain't bad. So 3-0 Bears till this monumental Hail Mary. Brian Urlacher had a pick. Why not just catch the ball? If Brian catches it, no one else can catch it. But they try the spike. It fails. Kansas City scores the only touchdown of the game. Well, it took a Hail Mary to get the Bears in the situation they're in. They're down a little bit. I don't think this game is lost. Let's find out what fans think. Tell us your name and your appreciation of the Bears.
I'm Linda Ignance, and I love the Bears, and I still think they have a good chance of doing it. This is the incentive to really go hard on it now. There's going to be a battle.
Yeah,
I believe it. I feel good about it.
Yeah, I think at halftime.
No, they didn't get the touchdown. This is like, all right now, guys. Let's get our stuff together and do it. Don't you agree?
I agree. That's the halftime discussion will be very intense. They should come out fired up. Were there any other games that you like this year, or any other players you like on the Bears that impress you these days?
No, I'm pretty much, I like them all. They all work as a team. I like that. You know?
And you still like their chances to make the playoffs?
Yes, I do. I believe that. They will make the chances.
All right, well.
They're going to make chances. They're going to win.
I understand that some people you hang around with maybe are not Bears fans.
That's correct. But that doesn't stop me from being a Bears fan.
Right. What is the favorite team of the people that you know?
What?
What's the favorite team of the people that didn't want to be on camera?
Well, they were into Pittsburgh and some other, their brother is into the other team. But
I thought Green Bay over here, right?
Yeah. But that's okay. That's what makes us get along, because we can still do what the Bears do, get out there.
It's like a Cubs and a Sox fan getting along?
Yeah.
Are you a Sox or Cub fan?
I'm a Sox fan.
Okay, yeah. Me too, but some people are Cub fans, and as we look ahead to the weekend's activities, Ron Santo, rest his soul, was up for a consideration by the Veterans Committee and the Hall of Fame, and we may have more about how that turns out later in the program. Congratulations again. Ron Santo is in the Hall of Fame now. You know it's not your day when Robbie Gould is missing from 41, and he did, and that's bad news. It was as ugly a quarter as we've seen all season. The Bears get a golden opportunity when Kansas City knocks a kickoff out of bounds. Bears at the 40 throw an immediate pick. Caleb Haney will have to extract his head from somewhere if they're going to have any chance to finish and win this game. Then, when the running game begins to excel and the Bears get the ball down to the Kansas City 7, a play calling snafu in my opinion, another lame first down run, followed up by 2 Haney sacks, and he's going to need to show some escapability or maybe have the stones to roll out even if it's not the play that's called. But the offense looked pathetic. Kansas City with a 1 touchdown lead, but it looks larger than a touchdown as they play. The field's in excellent condition, and the Bears, despite the injury to Forte, really don't have any excuses. And Roy Williams proved his worthlessness by missing this ball. And after that happened, you knew this game was about over. My disgusted expression is because there were ways to win this game, and the Bears failed in many areas. Caleb Haney failed. Even that crazy halftime Hail Mary where Brian Urlacher had an apparent interception and Chris Conte knocks the ball out of his hands and into a Chiefs' hands. Just weird, crazy stuff. The offensive line got worse as the game went on. The play calling was erratic. Too many runs in a row, too many passes in a row, and no deception from formation. The Bears have had success in the past when they run with 3 wide receivers or when they play a tight formation and pass. And just no deception. It always seemed like Kansas City knew what was coming. So, a second loss temporarily knocks the Bears out of a playoff position, and we'll see what happens, how they can rebound from this, as the Bears have lost a couple in a row now. 4 games to play, and they need at least 3. So on behalf of all the staff and crew here at Jack's, don't forget our alternate Tuesday night trivia and a couple more video shoots here for the next 2 Bears games, in fact. The 3 o'clock and the noon coming up. On behalf of everybody here, Pat Benkowski saying we'll be back with more on the Spotlight. Try to lighten the mood with some flashbacks, maybe some more successful ones, right after these important messages. Don't go away. Since 1955, Rosangela's Pizza has been there for you at 95th and California, across from Little Company Mary Hospital. You can call them at 708-422-2041. Everything homemade, including the sauce. Great beef and meatball sandwiches, pasta, chicken, seafood, desserts. Dine in for lunch and dinner. Rosangela's, 95th and California. It's always the season for Riley's Trick Shop at 6442 West 111th in Worth. Or you can call them at 708-448-0075. Right now they have football strip cards, a wide selection of Halloween costumes and tricks and treats. And then for later in the year, Santa suits. So for all your needs, especially Halloween, Riley's Trick Shop on 111th Street. Nuevo Leon, for the best Mexican cuisine since 1962. Serving every day from 7 a.m. to midnight, conveniently located 1515 West 18th Street, just a block east of Ashland in Chicago. Of course, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a wide range of menu items. Everything from steak, seafood, to breakfast, to chicken, pork, dine-in, carry-out, tacos, enchiladas, everything you can imagine, and great quality at Nuevo Leon, 1515 West 18th. You've got to call Vince's Towing if you need road service, flatbed service, or you want the highest price paid to you for a junk car. Call 773-581-7647. They did a great job for me, and they'll do it for you. Call Vince's Towing, 773-581-7647. Let's go back in time. Maybe when the Bulls were a different kind of team. You're saying, who is he playing pool with? Can you identify Horace Grant? We've got about 5,000 clams for this appearance, but that's okay. It was still a fun time. You can see Horace yucking it up with some of the customers. And back in those days, I guess it was just before the initial breakup of the Bulls, certainly they were about to win the championship at Phoenix. Horace blocking that key shot at the end of the game. But then a contract dispute found him headed towards Orlando and a much different Bulls team over the next couple of years. And a problem in the power forward area until the acquisition now of Dennis Rodman, who has it rolling.
Remember when I taught you, Josh?
I don't understand.
In the summer of '93, the proud Papa-looking guy is Jerry Krause. He chased Tony Kukoc all over Europe and brought him to play for the Bulls.
I like to assist more than a scorer. Even if somebody leave me to shoot, score, I will score, no problem. But for me, it's very important to team to win a game, and I'm happy if we win the game, even if I play bad. I hope I will play good.
Tony, Bulls fans have been waiting for you for 3 years now. Can you talk about what they expect out of you when you come into the stadium?
I saw a lot of time Bulls fans, and they're great, and I enjoy, and I was very exciting every time seeing a game from Chicago Stadium on a TV. Was directly on a satellite in Europe every game, and I will try to be a good part of a team. I don't know what to say. The 45 minutes. No, I'm joking, but nobody can say now you will play 20, you will play 30. For sure, if I play good, coach will give me a time. If I play bad, the bench is my place. I know that, and I will try to give my best.
That's Tony Kukoc, and he was stunned because he thought he'd be playing alongside Michael Jordan, and something else happened. Michael Jordan retired from basketball. And this was the eerie scene, opening night of the 93-94 season, with Michael not in uniform, accepting his championship ring from Commissioner David Stern. And then Michael would speak to the crowd, and it was, in a word, surreal.
I want to say thanks to a lot of you who stood beside us all summer long when we went through a very trying period. I think without you guys' support, as well as our friends, we would have never gotten through it. But I think most of all, thank you for the 9 years that I had the opportunity to represent you guys. Deep down in my heart, as I live in this earth, I will always be a Chicago Bulls fan, and I will support my teammates to the fullest. Thank you very much.
Well, thank God it only lasted a little over a year and a half, and he's back and going full speed. Back with more in a moment.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Cobblestones is a great bar on Pershing with great food at Parnell. In fact, they're one of the top 100 bars in the city according to Chicago Magazine. Great pastas, salads, soups, and the great sandwich is the muffalata. So check it out. Great place to go when the White Sox play. I have trivia on Fridays when the White Sox aren't at home. So get to Cobblestones on 39th, and you'll be very glad you did. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years, excellence, top billiard tables, the place where the action is, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet in Munster. Chicago Blackhawks are having problems scoring goals this year, scoring less than 3 per game. The streaky Brian Noonan scored 3 alone in this game. When was the last hat trick at the United Center? By the way, watch this footage from Chicago Stadium when things were much more fun, intimate. And the fans got way into it. Noonan went on to follow Mike Keenan wherever he would go, and the Blackhawks would continue to make personnel changes, none of which were for the better. Their 1991-92 team, which made the Stanley Cup Finals, was the best in a long time, and a lot of work needs to be done on West Madison. One of the missing links, who shouldn't have gotten away, even though Jeff Hackett's been good, is that man. No, not the guy picking up the hats. I'm talking about Eddie, who had an incredible knack for doing things like stoning people on breakaways. You just don't see that anymore, and it inspired the crowd and his teammates. Let's go back to the Bears of '93. Want to see some changing faces? Jim Harbaugh at the helm, back when they would score touchdowns in the red zone. Here's Harbaugh to Terry Obie. There's a name from the past. Now look who's celebrating with him. Neil Anderson, gone. Wendell Davis, gone. And a host of other people no longer with the club. Somehow they weren't good enough. Phil Simms is broadcasting now, and you'll see why. He's just about to make a mess in his pants when he sees Chris Zorich, no longer good enough for the Bears, coming after him. And look who's celebrating with Chris Zorich. Trace Armstrong. A lot of talk this week about Don Sutton making the Hall of Fame. George Brett will be there one day. And 6 years ago, he had this amazing discovery to me.
I just want to thank the people in Chicago, if this is going to be aired in Chicago, for being so supportive of me over the last 19 years. It's been great playing here. I played my first game of my life in here in the stadium. Okay. Yeah, and got my first hit here off Stan Bonson. So I have a lot of fond memories of the old Comiskey. Not much of this one, though.
Looking ahead, how many more years do you think you want to give this a shot?
I don't know. Something I'm going to think about after the season. I have the Royals have an option on my contract for next year. If they exercise it, I might come back if I get the 3,000 hits. If I don't get the 3,000 hits, I'll definitely come back if they exercise the option. So I'm just going to weigh everything at the end of the season and see how I feel.
Well, we certainly, from the media standpoint, enjoyed having chats with you, and we wish you the best of luck as you approach that great milestone.
Thank you.
Thanks, George. Speaking of milestones, watch Bo Jackson help the White Sox clinch first place in the West in this key 1993 game. Surviving the hip problem and still playing quite well. The Sox got the most out of him for thrills a minute. And the celebration would follow.
The White Sox would play Toronto in the 93 playoffs and get knocked off 4-2, but it was a great team. We'll be back.
I eat antipasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people. Have a tremendous time at Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine. You'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. Lanigan's Irish Pub is the place to be at 3119 West 111th Street, right by Kedzie. Live music on Sunday with Fast Eddie. Drink specials daily, including $1.50 domestic bottles on Thursday, $3 Guinness on Tuesday. Call for karaoke information on Friday. Party room, too. All that available at Lanigan's Irish Pub, 3119 West 111th Street on the beautiful south side of Chicago. Get there, Lanigan's Irish Pub. Get to the Beverly Coffee Shop at 2734 West 111th Street. Open at 6 a.m. daily with, of course, fresh coffee, many teas, breakfast, lunch, bagels, muffins, and more. Sandwiches, soups, and pizza bagels. They even have juice and Red Bull. Call ahead for your order, 773-429-9650. That's the Beverly Coffee Shop.
Through the magic of TV, we're back in 1998, and Lacey J. Banks recently asked Michael Jordan about spicy comments from Pat Riley saying the league bows down to King Jordan.
A whole lot of calls you don't deserve, and that his star, Alonzo Mourning, doesn't get the calls. How do you respond to that?
Every kid that I have, I don't treat them all the same. They have different personalities, so you don't expect the referee to treat everybody the same because it's different personalities. They look for things that Dennis does that they wouldn't look for other players. So a referee has his own choice to make whatever he sees. And that may vary from referee to referee. So if he's trying to influence that, maybe that will. But they're going to see what they're going to see, and I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of calls that I can't get. I don't get the call that I spin on the baseline but a lot of other players will get that call. So, I mean, things have happened in different forms and fashion. It's just, I don't agree with the approach that he's taken, but it isn't for me to worry about.
No, Michael, you just worry about getting Scottie Pippen back out there to help you.
12 years ago, Walter Payton passed away, and Mike Singletary was with them in the final moments, tries to put it in perspective.
If you know him then, in a personal way, then everything else will take care of itself.
It kind of separates what you do on the field, the playing field, and what you do in real life, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. The game we play out on the field, you win and lose from week to week, but this game is for keeps. The game of life is a game for keeps, and when you're gone, you're not gone. When you're gone, it's starting over. When you close your eyes there, you open them up and somewhere else.
When you turned to religion, you turned to Christ some years ago, did you realize then that what an impact you would make, especially to Walter and other people along the ways, and how important that was going to be in the final analysis?
No. I think for me and others like me, that other teammates or what have you, family members, or it's just a matter of allowing yourself to be a servant, and that's it. I'm not doing anything, and no one else is doing anything that Walter would not do for us. So this is I'm just very honored to have the opportunity to be there with him, and to see others there with him, and praying and reading scripture and all of those things. That will be a blessing that I will always have throughout my life.
An incredibly stoic Connie Payton addressed the crowd at Soldier Field last Saturday and talked about Walter loving football and about their attitude toward being part of the Halas family.
Because, he was just my husband and Jared and Brittany's father, and he loved football, so it was what he wanted to do. But I really thank the Halas family for the week and everything that they've done, and it makes me feel good to know that, that they're going to still be with my family and I, and my kids too are blessed that they've got such a big family, and I'm holding a lot of these players. They've all saying they're going to go down to Miami and keep an eye on Jared and talk. Well, I'm holding them all to that. And
Go Hurricanes.
And I just thank everybody in Chicago for caring and loving Walter as much as the kids and I do. And I thank my family who've been so supportive during the week, and all of our friends who've been here and just been a pillar of strength for myself. And I just thank everybody up here on the podium for being here too. And I just say God bless all of you. Thank you.
Good job. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.